And we are back with what? More comebacks? There's so many comebacks, guys. We're behind on our comebacks.
That's an understatement, I think.
But NCT made a big comeback with the whole crew, and we can't just let that pass us by, especially after we saw Wavy and Taeyong at KCON.
100% agree. Yeah, I have to say, I had no idea that all of them performed in one song.
Right?
And they've done it for a few years already, you know? So, thank you, Beth, for sharing that offline with me. I did not know. As you guys know, we are really new to NCT universe, except for Beth. She's not, I mean,
Well, I'm
Beth
not
and
new to the
Wavy.
Wavy verse.
No, she is very deep into the wavy, part of things. But, in terms of like NCT in general, like NCT Dream, NCT U, NCT 127, like we're still getting acquainted with them. So, saying that out loud right now, we do not know all the members' names except Beth and Wavy. But so please keep that in mind, and don't grill us too hard because we are still learning about them. That being said, I'm really excited to see their new comeback, with all the members.
Yeah, me too. So NCT 2023, they released an album, Golden Age, and it's their fourth one where it's like all of NCT, like a group, which is really cool. And even though it's a little intimidating, like I have to admit, guys, I was a little intimidated to even start with NCT just because there's so many like different iterations. But now that I've kind of dipped my toe in, I realize how nice it is that there's crossover and that like you basically gravitate towards whichever sound fits you best. But then you still get to see them collab. It's kind of nice. So caveat, I have not listened to that album.
I've listened to it once, but again, I have like the 3 times, rule that I have to listen to the album at least 2 more times.
Yeah. So like really understand it.
Yeah, form like a, judgment, because sometimes it's kind of unfair just one listen through, and I feel like that's not enough, Like
I agree.
You have to listen to something again to give like a fair assessment, and sometimes I will say, when on my first listen, sometimes I may, most of this music, I listen during work, which, coincides. I work in the music industry. It's fine. But sometimes I get really laser focused on my work that like the music just drowns out. And so, which sometimes I listen to it 4 or 5 times, you guys. So, it just, so that's, for me, that's why I have to like, one of the many reasons why I find it very important to listen to things multiple times before you start judging something, So, but for NCT, I remember listening to it once and I was like, hey, these songs are pretty good, So, but I do want to give them like another. Of course, we gotta stream and support, right?
Yes. Hello. Yes. I know they are on my list for this week. Guys, there's been so many comebacks. I'm like drowning in music, which isn't a bad problem.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have.
I just want to say that because I'm going to have no point of reference for either of these tracks. We're going to start with Golden Age and then move on to Baggy Jeans. So I'm like really excited because I've heard Baggy Jeans, but I haven't seen the video, and I have not heard or seen the video for Golden Age.
Yeah, I have not seen the music videos, but I've heard of Baggy Jeans already.
Man.
I already heard some of these songs already, if not all. But I definitely have not seen it, which will hit differently because when you tie an audio to an audio visual, it gives you different feels. So, yeah.
All right. Well, you ready to check this out?
I'm super excited to watch it. Let's go.
Yay! All right. So for the Golden Age music video, we're going to start there first because it came out 3 weeks ago. And it has a 4 million views. So let's check it out.
All right, let's go.
So pretty. What? What? He's so pretty. Whoa.
Wow, the switch.
Yes!
Donnie. Jungkook has such a pretty voice.
Ooh.
And so does Jaehyun. I like this part of the song.
Yeah.
What is happening? He has such a pretty voice.
Ooh.
Wait, who's this guy? Amazing.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow, that I was not expecting that to be the ending. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're gonna need help, right? Who's this?
I know,
Guys, who's this?
he has such a beautiful voice.
So beautiful. So pretty.
I know, right?
So pretty.
Yeah.
This to me, there's such a classic thing. This is what I think of as NCT, the switch from beautiful lyrics or beautiful like vocals into rap.
Mm-hmm.
Like without much of a
No,
there's not like a lot of merging. It's like
Yeah.
a sudden shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very signature for them, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. I, the whole like piano part in the beginning like really captured my attention because I love classical music. But then like that switch to the rap line, I was like, whoa,
You mean this?
Yes.
I was just like, what? What's happening?
Yeah.
What?
And I feel like no matter how many times, like, if I listen to like this album or whatnot, I would still get surprised every single time. I would feel,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just wow, like powerful vocals, powerful rap line, like it's just.
And I really like the lyrics. I thought the lyrics were really good.
Yeah, the lyrics are totally good for sure. Yeah, and this isn't really noise music either. Like it's not their signature sound. So, but I really love this though. This song is like it has like a good story behind it, or good meaning behind it, and they all shine in here.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you don't see every single person, but like when you hear the vocals, and there is like a deepness and a richness to it that lets you know, like, there's obviously a lot more people on this track than you normally get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the fun of the flipping back and forth. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like how the chorus almost sounds a little bit like a lullaby that
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds familiar, even though it's not something you've heard.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like maybe a couple tones off from something more familiar. Yeah. But that I felt like was a really good thing because it gave me like a nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
So yeah, super interesting. Again, they're always like melding two very different styles. I love seeing my wavy boys in here. So
yes, of course.
Okay. And did you see Yang Yang's hair? Oh my gosh, why does Yang Yang have this amazing hair? What is this?
Wow.
Guys, when did Yang Yang wolf cut? Please, I can't deal with that.
And Yang Yang,
that is 1000% a wolf cut. What?
Yang Yang is the rapper of Wavy, I'm assuming?
Yes, him and a Win-Win. Win-Win. Okay. And Henry. That was the guy I was freaking out about in the middle.
Okay.
Right before Johnny. Oh, that was cute. I loved how you were like, Johnny!
Yes.
That's Henry.
Love me some Johnny.
Henry. And then, yeah, I also was like, yay, Johnny! Guys, you probably noticed we mostly know the ones who are super extra and funny.
Yeah.
Because that's our jam. So.
Yeah, I feel like I already know NCT 127
right?
for the most part. Yeah.
I feel like I know Mark really well, even though I'm not a Dreamy, which makes no sense. Yeah. It's just he's everywhere. And he's not shy. So I just feel like I know him better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love seeing all these guys get to collaborate together. It must just be really fun too. Like it's something different that they're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yay! I can't wait to listen to the full album. It's gonna be so good.
Yes.
All right. So 2 weeks ago, they came out with their next music video for Baggy Jeans, which is under NCT U. Now, guys, this is where I get a little confused. I don't really know what the difference between NCT U and NCT in general is, because I still think they're everyone. I don't know, guys. So much research to do on my part. Let me out.
I mean,
because this has a bunch of people from different NCT groups all together, but it's got a different name.
Yeah, I feel like NCTians could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think NCT U is they rotate members for the most
Okay, that's what it felt like, which kind of to me feels, I guess NCT is everyone. Yeah. NCT U is rotating members, and then we've got, Dream, 127, Wavy, Rise.
Yeah. I feel like NCT 127 and Wavy, those groups for sure, has their members. But for NCT U, I feel like regardless, I feel like N citizens will correct me anyways if I'm wrong. I don't need to say it out loud, you know, because I'm very new to the universe. But
Me too. Same. That's why.
So I think that is the case that you know, they rotated members. So, which is really interesting. You know,
it is interesting because again, you get to collab with different people all the time, which probably sparks a lot of like new inspiration. And I just think it's fun. Like, it must be fun because they probably all train together, and it's like, oh, I wish I was in a band with Johnny. Well, guess what? We're doing an NCT album. You are. You know what I mean, or whatever. So I just think it's cool that they have a chance to all collaborate with people that they're already listening to and like. So just very, very cool. Okay, I have not seen this music video. You have not seen this music video, but I mean, I already know the chorus. Who doesn't? So this actually came out 2 weeks ago and it has 33 million views.
Amazing.
So just saying. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that opening. I know.
He's so cute.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
And what? You okay there?
Whoa. Whoa, that's really cool.
In my baggy jeans.
I like him in that lower register. I do too.
You know what I mean? Baggy jeans. Baggy jeans. My baggy jeans. Baby, you ain't know what is in my pocket. 태도 다시 고 내가 거는 city 꽤 넓은 octagon lay back 뒤로 끌어줘 빠르기보다는 flow keep it 24 I go with my team 모두 다 freeze out of way 우리 모두 같이 건너지 보기
That's pretty.
Back it up 담아내 무거워지지 내 주머니 bada bang One more 우린 더 바라지 one more 끝까지 닿길래 One, two, three 가볍게는 몸을 swing
So young.
I love this hair. I love it so much. Wow, what? That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes, you do walk with swag. Please. Wow, what?
Wow, I'm so impressed. I mean, they always do amazing choreo, but this was some really great choreo in here. Right?
It's so much fun. Oh my gosh.
And there's some really great special effects in this video. But first, let's talk about the song. Song.
Okay. All right.
Fun.
Not gonna lie. We are in an era of baggy jeans. Okay? No. I mean, I'm just saying, it is true. You know,
Skinny jeans are out. Baggy jeans are in.
Skinny jeans are out. That's why I feel like I'm old, because I'm always wearing skinny jeans. But anyways, but yeah, I feel like baggy jeans that are ripped in the front is such a trend now, you know? And so for them to sing about baggy jeans is telling me, one, they are trendy, and two, like, they know what they're talking about. So
I love how, again, very NCT of them, how they mash two interesting things together. Like this time, the verse is so vocal, such great melody in it, and then the chorus is, you know, that exaggerated stage whisper, which is they just always manage to take the idea of how a song should be composed and kind of like tweak it. So. Yeah. You know, you always know it's NCT because you're always like, wait, what the hell is this? Oh, NCT. Yeah. Like, because it sounds so different from everything else.
Yeah.
And I felt like this is I can see the through line from two baddies, but this is totally different and new.
Yeah. Like, there's just like this sound or noise that just is very NCT, you know, and it's like
they have a signature,
this
like
is
an audio signature, just like Stray Kids, where you're like, oh, this is Stray Kids.
But it's interesting because it's like it sounds different, but also like you just know it's NCT, you know. So yeah, it's just very the chorus is very, very addictive. It will become an earworm. Like I could hear baggy jeans, you know, like in my head, you know.
And I know when I see them, that's what I'm gonna think. Yeah. Like when I just see them out in the wild, I'll be like, baggy.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
it's one of those things. It's such a visual cue that now every time you see it, you're like, ding.
I know. But yeah, it's just, you know, when a song is an earworm, you know that it's a good song, you know. So it's just but my goodness. Okay, I have to say though, N Citizens are like really hilarious because I remember us watching like some 10 videos as well. If you guys have not watched that, please do. It is in our NCT playlist. But the funny thing is, I remember one Chi that commented and said, "Oh, you will know who 10 is. He's always the guy with the shirt off."
I mean, not inaccurate.
And I was like, this was very helpful here, but I mean, it's helpful, but not really, because I already know who 10 is. I mean, by now.
But he was the first one with his shirt off.
Yeah, he was.
They all took him off, but he was the first one.
He was the very first one, and I was like, yep, 10. You know, so
I love how that's like a visual cue too. So amazing.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
Oh. I really, really like when the buildings were dancing.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
I just felt like that is so cool. We've seen a few rooftop videos at this point, but I've never seen them mess with the view.
Yeah, you should totally play it again. It looks really, visually it's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
And with the sunset, the background too.
Watch me dripping that. In my baggy jeans, in my baggy jeans, in my baggy jeans. You know what I mean?
I feel like the first time too, it's the most they purposely make it the most different. Like the baggy jeans part is super low. It's not that low in any of the other ones. I feel like they do a good job of they kind of try and jar you so that it doesn't feel as jarring later on.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just really like it. I like how they're kind of like in your face about it. I like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, did you think that's what the song was? Here's the song. Are you ready?
Yeah. And you know what though? Like going back to like the buildings though, like I thought it was like really cool and amazing. But I will say though, you know, and this is not a bad thing, you know, even though like we both like noticed like the background. For me though, I will speak for myself. Like I did notice the buildings, but I didn't see them. But then that's not bad because it's like, oh, I'll go back and listen, like go back to that part and watch it again, you know?
And because they were doing this up and down with their own movements, it felt like, like the dance, like the buildings were part of the dance. So of course you look at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You still want to see the guys. So then I go back, oh, do I have to watch the video again?
And it's just like, oh.
Terrible.
Yeah, so
I really liked that, and then I really liked this part. I'm sure you did too.
I love the floor dancing, which is cool. I love the dancing in general.
The dancing so good, and they look like they're having such a good time and are just so amazing at it. But then all their outfits are changing.
This is so cool. I love that part.
I mean, how long did that take to do? Because it definitely seems like it almost looks like stop animation where they've changed their outfit every frame.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not that, but if it's not that, then it's like CGI, which is still expensive. So.
Yeah, expensive but amazing at the same time.
But practically, it would take forever. It would take like 2 whole days just to film one guy.
I know. I was gonna say, and then that's also expensive too.
And that's also expensive. So But yeah, I just really thought this in particular, especially I like how they changed stuff. So like with 10, you can see kind of the green bits grow and morph. I don't know, it's just cool. I just think it looks so cool. And again, visually, not something you would expect to see. I feel like that's something that these guys pride themselves on is pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
It never sounds like how you think it's going to sound. It never looks like how you think it's going to look. Like, that's the one thing I know about these guys. These guys are like the big brother to me. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah, you described that so perfectly. You know, like I feel the same way, you know? So,
and yeah, I do feel like for me, a lot of their songs are earworms. And the first time I hear it, I'm always like, what? And then the second time I hear it, I'm like, oh, I like this. And then the third time, I'm like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah.
But again, I'm always so surprised by what they're putting out that it like takes you a second to adjust, which I have no problem with. I love that they're so adventuresome and experimental. But it's definitely the first time I'm always like, this doesn't sound anything like the last one.
You're like,
hold up. What? What?
Let's bump the brakes, you know? Yeah.
And then, 3 listens later, I'm like, this song's so good. Forget the other one.
I know. I haven't heard all the other tracks yet, so I'm stuck on this one. Oh, I know that very well.
Yeah, you do. But this song's super fun. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, this you're absolutely right. If there was one word to describe this song, it would be fun. You know, yeah. It's just this song just brings a lot of like sheer joy and just let loose and just fun. You know,
right? It's a total like swag song too. It's like, oh, I'm walking into the club with my girls. Get out the way. It's got a low-key hype to it that I could totally see listening to as I'm ready to go out or on a car ride there. So definitely fun.
Yeah, 100%. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us for Golden Age and Baggy Jeans. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we are Lachi Mala. And we we will see you guys next time.
안녕.